I've taken it upon myself to not burden Christina with the knowledge of our financial situation.
I'm just trying to be what I think is a good wife.
We owe them $344.15.
Okay. If I don't know how high the bills are, then maybe they're not that high.
If you don't know what's going on, that's your fault.
I didn't really appreciate having everything thrown at me. Thought I lost you guys.
My name is Christina. I'm an inside sales supervisor.
Between my wife, Christina, and I, we bring in about $70,000 a year. I've taken it upon myself to not burden Christina with the knowledge of our financial situation. I still think 2 years is realistic if we budget it right. I felt it was better for just one of us to have to worry about it than both of us.
I always thought he's the husband. He takes care of those things.
We were offered the line of credit, which we took when we moved here. We dipped into the line of credit for our first and last month's rent, and we never put the money back on for the rent.
Buying things on credit has been a killer for us. Oh, you buy a couch, you get a free TV, and you don't have to pay for so many months, and it's out of sight, out of mind.
We got a TV downstairs, which is something I kind of wanted for a long time, and that's where I spend the majority of my money is computer electronics.
When I need money, it's usually a short conversation. I usually just ask Jared, can I buy this? If I need hairspray, if I need shampoo, if I need makeup.
She's upset because, there's no money for something that she really does need, because I may have spent money on something that I really didn't need.
We have a son, Alex, and he's 7.
I love seeing his face when we bring him something new.
It's a treat.
When we bought the dog a few months ago, that was a lot for him. Buying him video games, which are not cheap. I do play online. I pay a monthly fee to play online.
Never asked him how much it costs to play online.
No. I think you cheated somehow.
That's what worries me, the kind of example that we're setting for Alex.
We haven't been able to sit down and talk about it without somebody blaming somebody. And when that happens, I don't like that, even though it may have been my fault.
I don't tell him certain things that might be bothering me. I really want help.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. Jared and Christina are in the hole $26,000 with nothing to show for it. And Jared has decided that Christina doesn't need to know the details. For the past 10 years of marriage, she's been in the dark. They've both kept the lid tightly closed on their little box of secrets. I'm here to bust it open. If you don't mind, I'd just like to drop my bag and have a quick look around.
Sure.
Okay, great. A quick look around the home usually tells me where the money's going. Nice kitchen. Oh, nice big backyard. You paid $2,800 for a living room set and a television.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a free TV.
Mm-hmm.
So how many computers do you have down here?
Oh boy.
And a big TV. And where are the games?
Don't volunteer information, Alex.
Do you spend a lot of time playing games?
Yeah.
A lot of time playing games with your dad, yeah. What games? Christina doesn't know a lot of what's been going on.
No.
Because you have been trying to protect her.
Yes.
What you've been doing is covering your butt.
I suppose that's possible, yes.
You're spending, and there's nobody doing any double checking. You agreed not to fight about the money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was this complicit agreement.
Mm-hmm.
So you have been a mushroom princess in the dark and feeding off his crap. Okay? You got to get yourself out of this. If you don't know what's going on, that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
And if he were to drop dead tomorrow and this were to be what you were faced with, because you worry. You do worry, right? Let me tell you something, you should be worrying. Do you know how many women I meet that have no clue what their family finances are? Thing is that it can happen and it happens all the time.
I think that might have been one of the reasons why I hadn't shared the financial information with her, because I knew it would probably be a little overwhelming for her.
What? I'm not sure Jared's getting the point. This is an important wake-up call for both of them. Jared's been getting away with a lot of self-indulgent spending, while Christina hasn't said boo. To get their finances back on track, they're going to have to learn to work together as equal partners. Might I show you your spending for a single month? You went on the 3rd of the month to a discount department store, an outdoor store, a restaurant, an office supply store. You bought booze twice. That's a lot of shopping to do in one day. You did it again on the 10th. You did it again on the 24th. You spent a total of $1,100. That's a quarter of your income. This is the activity on your line of credit in a month. When you use credit to pay credit, you aren't actually making a payment. You're just shuffling it around. And I know you like games, but this is a dangerous game to play. It's spending gone crazy. So do you have any idea how much you're overspending by?
You know I don't.
I know you don't. You're overspending by $4,100 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. Virtually double your income. Keep it up, and in 5 years, you're going to be well over $300,000 in debt.
Wow.
Without a mortgage.
Mm-hmm. I'm more mad at myself than anything. Not asking questions, not forcing the issue.
I didn't really appreciate having everything thrown at me that I didn't really feel was 100%, and you can't really refute it while the cameras are rolling.
In order for us to fix this, you've got to promise me that you're going to do whatever I tell you to do over the next 4 weeks.
Yep.
We're going to achieve 3 things this month. We're going to cut your spending way back. We're going to have to get some more income into this house. And we're going to put some balance into this family. The other thing is I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. Yep. You do the challenges successfully, I'll give you up to $5,000 to pay down your debt.
Okay.
So now that you're going to be living on cash, go get me your credit cards and your debit cards. I want them all. Go. Coming up, is Jared really committed to the process?
The extra work is a pain in the neck. It honestly is.
Jared and Christina agreed that he would manage the money.
I've taken it upon myself to not burden Christina.
But that left Christina completely in the dark. If he were to drop dead tomorrow?
I don't know how much we pay a month in hydro. I don't know how much the regular bill a month should be for our cable.
Jared's out-of-control spending has gotten them into a hole he can't get out of by himself. Now they'll live by my rules. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars to pay down their debt. No changes, no money. Give me those cards. This is the end. I have for you your budget. Now, you know you're spending too much money, so I'm actually going to have to chop your variable spending. 77%. You're going from just over $4,000 a month to just under $1,000 a month in terms of your variable spending. Mm-hmm. Jared and Christina were spending $800 a month on food. Of course, that included going out to restaurants. Now they're going to live on a strict food budget of $500 a month. So, $125 a week for food, $31.25 for transportation, $37.50 for entertainment. What does a video game cost?
Anywhere from $50 to $70.
Radio then. $6.25 for clothing and gifts. And $42.50 for other. Now I know you're masters at spending cash because you were spending almost $2,000 a month in cash, which we can't track at all. We have no idea where that money went. I'm putting you back on cash with a difference. You're going to have the budget binder. Your first challenge is a budget booster challenge. And the reason it's a budget booster challenge is because you need to get some things in control. Ladies, This food represents 1 month of eating out. $200. You know, you take that $200 a month, do it over a year, it's $2,400. The furniture could be paid for. Almost 6 months worth of groceries. What do you think of all this food?
All I could think of was what a waste. All of that money going to that food and how much we could be saving on an annual basis.
Now, Christina, so you know that food jar? You have to make a list because you're only going to shop once this week. Jared, your challenge this week is to make more money, $400 extra for the month, and make lunch for yourself and Christina.
I guess at first I'd be a little bit annoyed having to work more than I do, but if it means we get in a better financial situation sooner, then I'm willing to give it a try.
Television host and author Teresa Albert Ratchford is going to give Christina some tips on shopping smart at the grocery store.
Problem that I'm having is I go shopping a lot, sometimes every night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's daunting.
It is very daunting.
Yeah. If you made a shopping list at all, which one would it be?
It's pretty easy. I would love to say it looks like this, but it looks like
It
that.
looks like this. This tells me a lot about you. You're doing this on the go, right? You're on the fly, you're jotting down your ideas.
Yep.
Here's how it's going to work. You have your day 1 meal, your day 2 meal, and this is right on your shopping list. And the idea is that now you have your plan, so you can drive through the grocery store in an efficient way.
What's the budget?
While Christina's taking care of the shopping, Jared's taken on a part-time job, and he is not very happy about it.
The extra work is a pain in the neck. It honestly is. Basically, by me doing this and being away from my family more, it's just making matters worse. Do I have the energy after working a 9-hour shift to come back and do essentially 3 more hours worth of work on top of that? We'll find out. Thought I lost you guys.
How was your week?
Not bad. Tiring.
On a scale of 1 to 10?
6 or 7.
He was a little grumpy at first, but I think he's dealing with it okay.
How was your week?
I would say a 9.
Excellent. You had a fabulous week.
I did.
What was so good about it?
I met Teresa, the host of Just One Bite, and she was fabulous. I had a great time with her, so that was the highlight of the week.
Christina did great in her challenge last week. We had plenty of food in the house, maybe a little short on the munchies, but other than that, it was good. We had a meal, a good meal every day. So there was some leftovers. That was fine. Went for me in making sandwiches.
So now it's time for yet another challenge.
Yay.
This one's a future plan challenge. You guys have spent a lot of time playing video games together. And it may be time to learn to do some new things. Things that you can all do together. So Jared, your part of the challenge this week is to find 3 things that you can do together as a family. Preferably that doesn't cost anything.
Okay.
As a part of that, you got to put the video games away for a week. No! A whole week without video games. You think you can stand it?
To keep those 2 away from their video games is going to be a real challenge. I'm going to have to hide them, maybe take them to work with me or something. I don't know.
No games for a week? Shouldn't be a problem. We did it before. We can do it again. Of course, we were in Mexico at the time.
This week, you're going to manage all the money.
Great.
You'll be the guy in charge of the jars. But you'll also be in charge of teaching young Alex here a thing or two about money. We have an Alex jar. And the Alex jar is for Alex's allowance.
Okay.
Giving your kids a regular allowance is a great way to teach them about money. I recommend $1 a week for each year of age, so Alex will get $8 a week. You're gonna have fun this week? It's gonna be nice having some money of your own, isn't it? Coming up, can Christina maintain control over the spending?
What?
When did these rules come into play?
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Jared and Christina have racked up $26,000 in debt with little to show but a nice TV and some video games.
I don't like to say no, and I hate to be the nagging wife.
Since Jared's spending is what got them into this mess, he has to fill the hole with a second job.
The extra work is a pain in the neck.
This week, I'm turning their house upside down by taking away those video games and putting Christina in charge of the money. If they do this successfully, they could earn up to $5,000 to help pay down their debt.
Okay, go, start pedaling. I am in the what appears to be the slow process of teaching Alex how to ride a two-wheeler, which should have been done a while ago, but we just never did.
Go, Alex. Woo!
So beautiful.
Yeah. What do you see?
Nothing but black.
When me and Daddy were at the store, I saw Super Rockets, and I asked Daddy if we can get it, and Daddy wouldn't let me buy it.
Well, that's because Daddy's supposed to ask me first if he can spend it. What?
When did these rules come into play?
You were there at the challenge the other day. We do need a toner cartridge for our printer, so we're gonna see if it's in the budget, and I'll let him know later if he can buy one. So do you remember how much Gail said you get?
$8 a week.
Good. So we put 80 cents away for your savings. So do you want to count me out 80 cents?
How did you like being in charge of the money this week?
It was great.
Was it?
Yeah.
Did you get to the end of the week before you got to the end of the money?
Sure did.
Good.
There's still money in the jars.
Do you know you're just blossoming?
Oh, thank you.
Do you have that sense?
I do.
Yes.
I do. I don't know what it is. I just feel like
It's called being in control of your life. How did you find not playing video games for the whole week?
It wasn't too difficult. Times when I was usually used to doing it, I'd sometimes struggle to find something else to do, but I did.
So this week was a success.
It was
Are you happy?
extremely happy.
How are you guys getting on?
Awesome.
Fine.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
I have a new challenge for you.
Okay.
It's actually not a difficult challenge. It is more an eye-opening challenge. It's called a relationship rescue challenge.
Okay.
And what it's about is developing that sense of trust between the two of you. When I got here, you were spending a lot of time keeping secrets from each other. Enough of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you to a yoga studio. And you're going to do partner yoga. And that means you have to work together to complete the positions. Coming up are Jared and Christina on the path to enlightenment.
When she mentioned the challenge, I had a horrible vision of me wearing tights.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Jared kept Christina in the dark about their debt, and she played along.
I'm just trying to be what I think is a good wife.
It's time for them to take on new roles and learn to work together. That's why I'm sending them to couples yoga.
And place your left hand onto your own heart.
I was a bit skeptical, and because I wasn't sure how open Jared would be to it, and I was afraid that we would get giggling and not take it seriously.
Working together, that was interesting. I would say that would probably be the point that I enjoyed the most.
We really had to work together and grab onto each other in order to keep our balance. So in day-to-day life, we need to do that. In the past, I always thought knowing more would bring me more stress, but actually not knowing was the problem, was the cause of the stress.
Right.
So knowing where we stand, knowing where we're going, we're both on the same page. It's been a huge difference for me and how we communicate now.
Okay. Have you found the same thing?
Yes, I have.
Or are you finding yourself a little bit constrained now that wifey knows what's going on?
I don't think so. Where the bank stands right now, it looks pretty good.
Absolutely. And I know where we stand.
And I've lost weight without the fast food. This is good. Fringe benefit.
Very good. And I'm not going to charge you for the weight loss program.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So when I got here, you guys were actually headed to $300,000 in debt. But I'm happy to say, having set aside $890 a month for debt repayment, in a year, 5 of your 6 creditors will be paid off.
Wow.
Leaving only your line of credit. And in another year, it's gone too.
Excellent.
So you are debt-free in 2 years.
Gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. We also set aside $200 a month for savings and $100 for emergencies. And if you take that $200 a month and you put it in retirement savings, reinvest any tax benefits that you get at just 7%, in 35 years, you will have $500,000.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So this month, we cut your spending way back We got more income into the house, and we put some balance back into the family. Christina, you learned that knowing what's going on is actually a good thing. It's nice not being in the dark anymore, princess.
Yes.
And Jared, both you and Alex learned some money management skills. And you learned to have fun as a family again. Very important lessons. You did very well. So I have something for you. A check
Yay!
for $5,000. Help you pay down your debt.
Excellent. That's exactly where it's going.
Okay? You seem a little happy.
Very happy.
You're surprised. So, as a treat, you are going to the spa.
Wow.
Soak it all up. It's a new beginning. Enjoy all the gifts that you've earned.
Oh,
Perfect. We will.
been with your help. Thank you so much. I just feel like I'm so light right now, and I'm so relieved and relaxed and happy.